Welcome to this week's Bushel Up. We're here at Aurora. It's July 1st and it's time to start getting our fungicide applications first shot applied. So we've got the drone getting ready to go over the corn here. We've got 5 different 2-pass programs that we're going to replicate out here. Again, you know, we're not doing this just because of disease. We're doing this strictly as a plant health play. You know, I like corn this size where we can get good coverage on that ear leaf, the top of the plant, which becomes our ear leaf. We get some penetration down in the canopy to keep disease from getting started up low, which is typically where our first disease comes from. And then we'll come back at tassel time, cover the top of that plant, get down to the leaf, and give ourselves a really good program. Keep those plants healthy, help them respire at night, prevent any disease from really coming in hard. We saw that last year with southern rust. The guys that sprayed early actually had better control versus letting a lot of infection happen and then trying to come in once we have a field loaded up with spores and trying to stop it then. We can still do things, but you're going to suffer a little bit of damage and take some of that edge off the effectiveness of your fungicides when you put them under pressure. No different than we talk about weeds. You know, we want to keep weeds from ever seeing the light of day, lay those residuals down before we see weeds coming up to keep them down. It's a whole different ball game when we start having to spray 8, 10, 12 inch tall palmer. So same philosophy we use here on plant health that we do on herbicide programs. On our beans, actually David's behind us and we're in the tractor sprayer right now. You can see we're just starting to, we talked about not going too early. Last week we're just now got 4 or 5 nodes now that are starting to put some flowers on, and so that's our ideal timing there. We talk about R1.5, R2. You know, we don't want to wait much longer than this, otherwise we're at risk of getting infected in these flowers and we can't do anything about it. So be aware of that. The other thing we're talking about a little bit is we put a shot of PGR in here on the soybeans. We want to stimulate these flowers to come out all at once. Get that good pod set. So those are the 2 things we're doing out here. On the insect front, we're starting to see a few insects show up. We're not throwing any insecticide on this pass just because we don't see a lot of pressure. We find an occasional you know, Japanese beetle starting to show up. We expect corn rootworm beetles to start showing any day here, and we are tracking some moths on the western bean cutworm flight. But right now, nothing of concern. Not to say that won't heat up. I know I was outside working on a pivot last night as the sun started setting, and there's a lot of bugs starting to show up. So that'll be something to alert for the next week to just keep an eye on. As we roll into the 4th of July, I'd like to wish everybody a happy 4th of July. Hopefully you can have a good weekend, maybe get a couple days off. We've been blessed with rain. Looks like we'll be able to hold off on irrigation until after we come back on the 4th, and you know, who knows, at the rate it's been raining, maybe we'll catch rain in the meantime. But if you have any questions, reach out to us. We got the planes in the air, we got the drones in the air, got ground rigs going. It's that time to start making those first fungicide passes a part of a 2-pass program, and we'll help you if you need any help. Otherwise, have a great 4th of July, be safe, and we'll see you next time.